fellow book lovers, what's up? I wanted to go ahead and bring you my January TBR list, as well as my TBR list for the Winter Biannual Bibliothon. If you've never heard of the Biannual Bibliothon, it's hosted by 7 different booktubers. Information and links I will leave down below in the description box, so please be sure to go check them out. They host this twice a year, different challenges. They have reading challenges as well as video challenges for you to participate in. And if you participate in the video challenges, they do have giveaways going on. Now, this all starts at midnight on January the 8th, which is actually not too far from now. It's actually tomorrow, or by the time that I get this up, it'll probably be within a few hours. So if you are interested, please be sure to go ahead and check it out, see what it's all about, and see if you want to join in on the fun with the rest of us. We'll be tweeting, I believe this year the hashtag for it on Twitter is going to be #WinterByBib. So please be sure to check it out. I do have everything listed down below in the description. And I would love to talk to you guys if you're reading some of the same books I am, or find out what you're reading and how you're liking it and how you're challenging yourself in reading. This is a really fun idea. It's my first one to participate in, and I only read a very small number of books last year, and I'm really challenging myself this year. So to start the year off this way, I'm super excited, and getting to be involved with this booktube community is going to be amazing, because I find all of you just absolutely fascinating, and I have barely even reached just a tiny smidgen of a few of you that are out there. So I'm looking forward to communicating with you all on what you're reading and how your challenges are going. I'm only going to be participating on the reading challenge because I don't have enough time to do videos myself. For the reading challenge, they have 7 different challenges for the reading challenge. Now, you can combine 2 different challenges for one book, but no more than that. Number 1, read the group book. The group book this time around is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Moniscalco. If you cannot run out and buy the book, please be sure to go check out your library. If you have a library card, check out your library's portal online and see if they have it available for you to download for an ebook version, which you can use on your phone. Or if you have a Kindle or some device that will allow digital books to be read, then you can download it directly to there, and after you're done reading it or after the time is up, it'll just disappear. I love it. It's a great feature because I am terrible at remembering to turn books in, so it just disappears on its own and you don't have a fine for it. But I did get mine from the library this time around. Number 2, throwback. Pick any past Bibliothon challenge. If you look in the description box down below, I do have the Google Doc links that they have provided so that you can see all of the past challenges and pick one from there. Number 3, read a 2016 new release. Number 4, read a book that a booktuber recommends for you. Number 5, read a book that you were really excited about but never picked up. Number 6, read a retelling. Number 7, read a diverse book. I'm really excited about that one. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the books that I chose to do for this Biannual Bibliothon. First off, of course, the group book, Stalking Jack the Ripper. I am also applying the read a retelling to this book. This is a spin on the Jack the Ripper murders, which coincidentally enough I know a lot about, because when I was in high school I was really interested in serial killers and their manner of thinking. I was really into psychology, but I love the fact that Emma from Emma Books, who is one of the hosts for this, is kind of obsessed with serial killers and the way that they tick as well. This is going to be a very exciting book. I cannot wait to read it. I am going to start it at midnight because I'm pretty sure I'll be awake. I never go to sleep before 2 o'clock in the morning anyway. So as soon as the clock strikes 12, I will be reading this. Number 2, the throwback. I have 2 that I'm going to apply to this one as well. I'm going to be doing the throwback. My challenge is read a book in a different format than you're used to. For me, I don't like audiobooks, or really it's not that I don't like them, it's just I've never really been into them. I don't listen to books. I have too much going on around me. And I really like to read them on the pages. I know. I'm getting used to it though. I just finished my first audiobook and I will be starting my second with this challenge. Now, I do have the physical copy of this book. I'm also going to be applying read a book that you've always wanted to read but never picked up. Jane Austen's Sense and Sensibility. I've wanted to read this for a long time. Clearly, I bought it. I just never got around to it. And it's a classic. It's Jane Austen. So I think the easiest way for me to get through this quickly is to listen to it. So I will be downloading the audio version from my library. Boy, that can be really hard to say. Sense and Sensibility. Okay, this next one I'm going to be applying read a 2016 new release, as well as read a book that a booktuber recommends for you. So for those, I'm going to be doing Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This just came out this past year. It's 2017 now, so it came out in 2016, as well as I've seen so many reviews on this and it sounds amazing. I was going to apply it to my retelling, but technically it's not a retelling Goldilox, I think that's her name, her YouTube name. I'll throw her link down below because I can't remember, but she had a really good point about how it's not a retelling because it is about a portion of because it is the story of how the Queen of Hearts became the Queen of Hearts, and this is all from Marissa Meyer's point of view. So it's not really a retelling, but I mean, I guess it could be classified as that. But I'm reading it for BookTuber Recommends as well as the 2016 release. Okay, and my final book that I'm going to be doing is the 7th challenge on here, and that is read a diverse book. I chose to read a book that was written by a friend of mine. His name is Alec John Bell. Alec is an LGBT author, and he also tends to write, at least this book in this case, on diverse topics that people don't generally write about. This book is called The Long Road Home, and it is about a girl who attempted to commit suicide, and she survived it, how her life unfolds after that. I will be picking that up. I'm really excited. I wish I would have gotten around to it earlier, but it is perfect for this Bibliothon challenge, so it kind of all just works out. If you're interested in checking his book out, we'll have a link for it down below. I really hope a lot of you participate. If you do, please follow me on Twitter. Let me know that you're going to be doing it as well so we can talk about the books that we're doing together. Or comment below, let me know what books you're going to be doing and how well you're progressing in it. I would love to talk to you all about this challenge. I am super excited because reading this, I mean, I only have 4. Some people have a book for every single challenge, and to me, I don't think there's any possible way that I would be able to do that. So I'm going to challenge myself with 4 in 1 week, and that's a lot for me. Okay, now on to the rest of my January TBR. If I am hopeful enough to get through all of these books for the Biannual Bibliothon, I'm hoping that I can challenge myself to read the rest of these books as well. Now, this I had in my newbie tag video, never got around to it. Same story with the rest of the books on my TBR list. Cinder by Marissa Meyer. This is a Cinderella retelling based in a dystopian society. Cinder is a cyborg. There is some amazing reviews on these books, and I cannot wait to get into them. I never had a chance to pick them up. Next one I had picked up back in October or November at Half Price Books, and I keep meaning to read this book. I'm only about 20 pages into it. Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. It is a thriller. It's my first thriller that I have ever picked up, and I'm really excited to read it. And the fact that I'm only 20 pages into it has nothing to do with the fact that it's not good. It is fantastic so far of what I read. I just got really caught up with the holidays and didn't have a chance to read it. This next book, this was sent to me from Book of the Month Club for a subscription box that I had gotten back at the end of October. Wonder by Emma Donoghue. I'm not too knowledgeable as to what this book is exactly about, but I believe it is about a young nurse who trained under Florence Nightingale, and if you don't know who Florence Nightingale is, she was basically the first nurse in history. She is sent to look after a young girl named Anna who has not eaten anything in 4 months, and she is kind of the source of extreme publicity and awe and superstition and everything possible back in that era that she could have been for not eating for 4 months and still surviving. So the young girl Lib is there to basically be her witness and see how it is that she's really surviving. That's about as far as I know because I read the inside cover. I'm interested in this book. It's not too long, so I think I can get through it pretty quickly. The next book that I have is actually a book that I downloaded from the library, My Lady Jane, and that book is by Brody Ashton, Cynthia Hand, and Jody Meadows. A not so true account of Lady Jane Grey. Supposed to be really good. It's funny, romantic, endearing, so I really want to get into that one as well. A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallaro. A Study in Charlotte is about the great-great-granddaughters of Sherlock Holmes and Watson. They meet up at the same boarding school, and from there murders ensue. Investigating begins. I'm stoked about this book. I can't wait to read it. I love anything to do with Sherlock Holmes, any adaptation of the movies, the TV shows, the BBC version and the American versions, Elementary. They're all fascinating to me, so I'm really excited to read this book, and there is a second book that is due to release pretty soon. Alright, the next book on my January TBR list is Lauren Graham's Talking as Fast as I Can. This is out of the realm of books that I usually read. I don't read nonfiction, I don't read biographies, autobiographies. It's Lauren Graham, and the Gilmore Girls revival just came out in November on Netflix. This is her account of her life from Gilmore Girls the series till Gilmore Girls the revival series. Lauren Graham is hilarious. She's an amazing actress. From what I can tell from interviews I've seen her on, she has a really good soul, so I'm very interested in reading a little bit about her life story as well. This book I'm currently reading, but I'm going to have to put on hold because of the Biannual Bibliothon starting. I won't be able to finish this book. This is A Court of Mist and Fury, the second book in Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Thorns and Roses series. Wow, I'm surprised I got that out without tongue twisting. A Court of Mist and Fury, based off of interviews that I've seen, is kind of a Hades and Persephone retelling, while the first book, A Court of Thorns and Roses, was a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I can tell you that right now that I started this book on January 2nd. The small amount that I have gotten into it, it is fantastic. and so much better than the first one, which to me there was nothing really wrong with the first one. It was great in its own, but this book is so good. Last book I have for my January TBR list is a book that I again started back in December but didn't even get very far into it thanks to the holidays and just kind of the everyday stresses of life. So, Drums of Autumn by Diana Gabaldon. This is the 4th book in the Outlander series, and I plan on doing an entire Outlander series videos, or I don't know if I'll do one for each individual book or just a few, or maybe even one for the show. I haven't decided yet, but I really love this. If you like historical fiction, if you like romance, this book is totally for you. Alright, well that concludes my January TBR list as well as my TBR list for the Winter Biannual Bibliothon. If you're going to participate, please comment down below. Let me know. Have me a link to your video if you're doing the video challenges. I can't wait to see what everybody comes up with to get more integrated into the booktuber community. All of you so far have been amazing and have really gotten me excited to do more in depth with this channel. Alright, well happy reading everybody, and I'll see you later. Bye!